Hello and welcome. I'm Quail for All, and this is my channel. Now this is a bit of a preamble on my first video in this series when I was watching Earthlings. Now on doing the editing I realised I hadn't quite got a proper introduction on why I chose to watch this video and all the reasonings and events that led up to making the video. So there's a combination of lots of different factors coming in, but first off, a bit about myself. I am a non-vegan. I eat meat, I eat anything and everything. My girlfriend is a vegan, so I do eat vegan meals. I don't see anything wrong with vegan meals. Some of them are quite tasty. So my girlfriend had mentioned Earthlings a couple of times, that I should give it a watch and that I'd find it interesting. But I've never really, if you like, my thing. And Brexit's happening, and one of the things that I noticed on news feeds was a story about chlorinated chicken and how it is currently banned in the EU, and with the lifting of the EU laws, that this chlorinated chicken could be imported from America into the UK, and that this was a bad thing. Now, I personally didn't know what chlorinated chicken was, whether it was good, whether it was bad. If EU legislators have decided that it's bad, generally they've said it's bad for a good reason. So I had a bit of a look into it, and it turns out that the chlorinating washing of things like chicken isn't bad. In fact, it's a very good way of getting rid of bacteria. However, it is indicative of bad husbandry in the livestock, and that the general quality of the meat before butchery is pretty poor, and then they use the chlorinated washing to try and strip out as much of this as possible to effectively try and push through poor quality meat as being edible. And the EU legislators decided that for food standards, that standards should always be increased, that we should always try and do better than what we had done. So they decided that this is not trying to make things better. This was just trying to wash away the stains. So in the EU, we decided to adopt different legislations and bring in minimum basic standards, living standards, for things like poultry, so that they would have X amount of space and better ventilation and lighting, so that there would be less diseases and healthier animals, so when they're butchered we have healthier meats, which has its own logic. If it's a healthy animal, it's going to have healthy meat. If it's a diseased animal, it's not going to have as healthy a meat at the end of the day. Even with washers, it's still going to be poor quality meat. And this is what has been talked about bringing in. And I don't know about you lot, but I don't particularly want to eat poor quality food. I like to eat good quality food. It's usually healthier for you and well, tastier. I have 2 children and I would like them to have good, healthy food. So I decided that I'd have a bit of a watch of Earthlings to see what the processes are, especially in America. And if you like, this is the worst case scenario of the treatment of the meat and the industrialization of the farming process. So I thought I'd better make this video so that you can get some sort of context about why I chose to watch this and why I decided to post it. Also, I'm a new YouTuber. I'm still getting used to things like editing and production and filming and sound, and this was also a good opportunity to try and increase my skill set, to push myself a little bit more, since I've only been doing some streaming of video games with very little in the way of editing. I thought this would be a good chance to push myself, to try and do better than what I've done before. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy. Take care.